what he says. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupa. Aham nirvikalpa. Nirakara rupa. No vikalpa. Vikalpa, infinity. Varieties. Numberless varieties. Nirvikalpa, one without a second. One. Nirakara rupa. How many akara? How many forms? Trillions. Formless? How many sounds? Silence. Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupa. Vibhur vyapya sarvatra sarvendriyana. I am the Vibhu, the Lord of the sense organs. How many sense organs? 5. The mind also, manas SWAMI. Mind also is sense organ. How many sense objects? Trillions. But I, Vibhu, Visheshena Bhati, shining in its own glory. Sense organs are there, shining. Not there, shining. But if you withdraw to yourself, sense organs no more shine. World is never perceived. Vibhu sarvavapya sarvendriya. Sada me samatvam. Me sada samatvam. I am always the same one consciousness. Whereas everything other than this truth yourself, Vishama. Never sama. Never the same. It's never the same. Are you getting that? Suppose you say, the world is never the same. Swamiji, this fellow is never the same. Accepted. My husband who is different. Correct. That's correct. Sariyada. My wife is like, you, that's correct. My children are rascal. Correct. Everybody is being so atrocious. Correct. Vishama. So, why people suffer? Because where there is Vishama, where there is total dissimilarity, they want that to be homogeneous. How can you make it homogeneous? Impossible. Children will be different, men will be different, women will be different, different stages, different time, different people, different religion, different thoughts. The fanaticism is my way, highway. You understand? If I am singing, everybody must sing. I am eating this food only, everybody must that food. I am getting up early morning, everybody must wake up in the early morning. What are you doing? Do you understand? This noise will never stop until it stops in your brain, in your mind. This is papa, this is punya, this is right, this is wrong. No! Sadame samatvam. That is why yesterday I told you that verse in Mahabharata. Tyajam dharmam adharmam cha. Ubhe satyanute tyaja. Ubhe satyanute tyaktva. Yena tyajasi tat tyaja. These verses you shall need amazingly matured mind to appreciate it. The person who understands himself will understand the statement. Because average person is frightened of absolute beyond the relatives. They are stuck on their concept of dharma adharma. Tell me something which is the dharma. That is why even the Vedas, Vedic principles are not universal. Only Vedanta is universal. Vedas means everybody should do ritual. What ritual? Which standpoint? Which country you are born? Be a vegetarian. Tell it to the Eskimo. Tell it to the African tribes, those who are living in the forest among the animals, ready to be eaten and ready to eat. Good or bad? In your country, you come walking everywhere and you come back to the room and you should leave your shoes, put on your, what is that? Wash your feet and come in. Okay? In a cold country, there is 6 months ice. The leg is never exposed to the outside. And you tell him to remove your shoe and come, but die out of typhoid, right? Six months there is no water. So you keep the wine ready in the summer and drink wine all the time. You tell him, don't drink, die. In this country, always hot, plenty of water. Why are you drinking? Style, Westerners drinking, so I must also drink. Idiots. Before you consider something dharma or adharma, there is desha kala patra. In what place, what time, who is doing it? These three must be taken into account. What is true in polar region is not true in the desert region. What is true in the desert region is not true in the river valley civilization. Time, what time it is? Is it winter? Early morning you are getting up in the morning at 6:37 and you are doing a puja here. Go to Badrinath. You bathe also. Badrinath priest doesn't bathe because he is inside the freeze. Same blanket he will be putting on, or same coat he will be putting on and going to puja. You do it here, it will stink. So bathing early morning is good or bad? Think of it. So many different things like that you can see. So many different things you can see that. Even this color. Brown is good or black is good or white is good or yellow is good. It's like black bear, white bear and brown bear. Polar bear are white. Pigmentation different. So the people are also no pigmentation. In India, people want to be like that. This, what is that? Lovely, fair, lovely, 2 minutes too cold, 2 minutes white. It's a whitener. Why don't you paint yourself white? Stupid. There is a black bear, there is a black bear, there is a brown bear. Pigmentation. Skin deep wisdom. Black superior, white superior, brown superior. What nonsense. You consider black people like that. Every black man, what an athlete, what musician. Tremendous talent. What is this white man, black man, brown man, good man, human beings. You make the religious people, this dress, that dress, no dress, fancy dress. What is this? Let the people put on whatever dress they comfortable feel like. Let them put on. As long as it should not become dangerous to somebody else, Let everybody sit down and decide for themselves. Why not have a conference? Let everybody sit down and then decide what you should. It will never be. You listen, please. These things you cannot decide because the fundamental thing remains undecided as to who you are. Your traditions that you have become more important than you. The dresses that you put on have become more important than you. The food that you eat is more important than you. The social mores, social responsibility, social behavior has been more important than you. A political system is created for the individual, but the individual is sacrificed for the sake of the political system. What can you do? How can you sacrifice an individual for the system? The system should be sacrificed for the individual. Somewhere the person must be held in a high esteem. Each individual must see it himself. Not to be my faith, arrogating that my tribe, my riches, my money, my position. But that importance is everybody must be himself.